Welcome to the Aligned Life podcast by yours truly, Dr. Tiffany. How about we get out that magnifying glass and look at every part of your life, the awesome, the suck, and everything in between. There's so much beauty in you. Stop being afraid of what isn't good enough and let's double down on what is together. It's about your truth and your life, aligned. Hey. Welcome to the last episode of season 2. Wow. It's been 2 years since I decided this would be fun and cool and a really good idea. And I actually started to prove to myself that I could do something every single week, because I definitely was not a consistent producer of content and inspiration. And it was a difficulty for my team to follow where Tiff was going. So I started this with that being my primary goal. Can I do this for a long period of time, which at that moment was a year, 1 year, every single week without missing a week? And I did. I have proven to myself over and over in the last 2 years that I am consistent. When I wasn't consistent, it was because something was misaligned. Something wasn't right. And so I talk about, well, obviously this is called the Aligned Life, but I talk about alignment in everything that I do, every work that I do, because it's imperative to know how it feels when you're aligned and how it feels when you're not aligned. And I describe alignment as body, mind, heart, soul being in sync. Now, we can go a lot of layers beyond where we're at right now as to why and how do we know when we're not in sync or not connected or not in alignment. And I would say the first thing in all personal development, all personal growth, in healing and progressing is awareness. We're trained to be either in adrenaline brain or numb, which could be both actually, but we're either like so busy we can't think and we can't feel, therefore we become numb, or we're just like shut down. So I want to bring awareness. I want to give you permission to just do what is aligned. The experts, tell us how we're supposed to look. They tell us how we're supposed to talk. They tell us what we're supposed to wear, how we're supposed to look. Did I just say that already? The system to do it, the team that you need, the steps that you need to take. But if that's not right for you, then don't do it. If you feel that like icky belly or whatever sense your body gives you that something is off, that is misalignment. That is not right now. It might not be a hell yes or a hell no, but not right now. So I was going to record this in video. I love video. I love connecting with you. I love seeing that you could be just right on the other side of the screen. And I was just outside and I was sweating because it's 90 degrees. And I was like, oh, I should probably, like put some makeup on and maybe do something with my hair. And I'm like, oh no, there we go. There's my sign of what I'm going to talk about today. Doesn't matter. None of it matters. The most important thing is to know your light, to know what it feels like to be light, to feel bright, to be purposeful, to be on purpose, to have a reason to live, to feel joy, to feel calm, to feel connection, and to make massive progress towards the person you're becoming, to take massive action every single day. And if those aren't aligned, then something is off. That doesn't mean you quit. Absolutely not. That does not mean you quit. But what it means is something isn't resonating with the next version of yourself. Maybe it's an old version of yourself. Maybe I talk about it in relationship to exercise a lot. If every time you fall back off track, to get back on track, you're like, oh, all I need is just to exercise 20 minutes every single day. I mean, your subconscious is already trained that you're going to start and stop, fail. I'm not good enough. Oh, I can't do this. This is too much. I'm too busy. All the bullshit things that go with it. So what if you change the goal? Because that maybe didn't work for a reason. Like, change the goal so that your subconscious needs to change the pattern and the wiring so that it can get you there. Create something that builds excitement and fear at the same time. That's like, how would I even get there? I don't know, but this is what I'm going to do every day. How would that even work? I don't know, but this is what I'm going to choose to do every day, and do it in alignment. That doesn't mean there's not fear. That doesn't mean there's not shame. That doesn't mean there's not like, oh my gosh, I don't think I'm good enough to do this. That is there. But the more we know how to move through those barriers and those obstacles, and the more you know in your body when you're aligned, it feels right, even though this is scary as hell. This is the step that I know I need to take. Then it's a hell yes. If it's not, it's a not right now or a no. You might not know, but if it's not a hell yes, don't keep going. Now, the discernment comes in when you're not used to overcoming challenges, when you're not used to being outside of your comfort zone, when you're not used to it, the body will hijack the mind and say, this is too much. It is too much to exercise for 40 minutes straight. It's too much to take gluten out of your diet. It's too much to believe that you don't need to be medicated. It's too much to have the perfect ideal marriage. It's too much to make this much money. It's too much to have a job and start a side gig. It's too much to have amazing freaking relationships with everybody in your circle. But is it? Is it really? Alignment is to never have a cap on what you think it could be. You have no idea. Alignment is being scared, not knowing how it's going to happen, but being so freaking excited for what's possible when you take the step. The journey of you, the journey in life, is to become who you were born as. We were born as worthy. We were born loved. How do we become more of what we already are? By doing the things that light us up. Because it's more so of a letting go process than a finding it process. So about a month ago, I was like, I think it's just about time for season 2 to be done. Season 1, the podcast was named You Decide. It was about stepping into those boots, taking your life into your responsibility. That didn't make sense, but being responsible for your own life and doing something with it. Season 2, renamed The Aligned Life, which is one of my brands in coaching and mentoring business. And it was like, what is alignment? How does that look? And I interviewed a ton of people on strength, resilience, overcome, how they got to where they were. Doesn't matter where they were. I wasn't looking for that. I'm looking for, what did you overcome? And who did you need to become in order to do the thing, to have the thing, and to become the person who will do that? And so now we're in a new stage of evolution. The rest period, the creative period, the settle period, just to see what's next. And for me, I need something to be done. Then the creative juices start. Then I start to recreate and remold how I want this to look. So today I wanted to talk about following the light. Like, when you get that nudge, when I got that nudge, I was like, oh, that's really interesting. I don't think it's going to be long until I'm done with this season, because I didn't have it planned before. I know myself and know that too much structure and rigidity as to when we do what, how we do it, is not going to allow TIFF to come out. In order to teach and lead, I need TIFF to come out and to be and to speak from a vulnerable place, from an honest space, and to bring other people into my world so you can relate to that. But this one's about what lights you up. What actually lights you up? Do you feel 110% aligned in your life right now? Do you feel like you have the things you want? You're doing the things you love. And you are the person that you're going to be freaking proud as hell of when you look back when you're 90 years old. Is that you? And if it's not, change it. It is never too late. Oh my gosh. Why wouldn't you change it today? Why would you ever wait till tomorrow? Today is just maybe not the best day. This week isn't, whatever. That takes way more light away from you, continuing to do things that don't light you up than doing it right away, than taking the challenge, than taking the step, the fearful step, I don't know what's going to be on the other side of that step, but I have faith and I have trust that it's going to work. So what in your life feels off? Off doesn't mean fearful necessarily, because if it's that in your heart and soul, you know you need to do it, you're scared as heck, but you're really excited. You know, that one thing that you know right now is holding you back. If you were to decide right now what that is and just do it, like honestly, just start right now, imagine how much your life will look different. Your mindset will be different. Your thoughts will be different. Your habits will be different. You'll take different action because now you're aligned to something different. So this is the end of season 2 for a bit. I'm not totally sure when we're going to start again because I am always led from my heart. When I feel like it's time to start, we're going to start. I would love to know what you want to hear about. I would love to know what messages you want more clarity on, what you want to touch on, who you want to hear from, what you want a theme to be. There are so many ways to do this, that I'm interested in what you want, because that is why I do this. There's just nothing more exciting than having record viewership in a month. And it's not about the number. It's about knowing it got into that many bodies. It got into that many minds. It got into that many hearts. It got into that many families that will now think differently because there's a different perspective. There's maybe a different lens that you're looking through. Maybe there's hope when you didn't think there was hope. Maybe there's love and understanding when you felt shut out. Maybe there's moments that you know you're supposed to take that risk, but the fear is staggering. It keeps you tied up, keeps you shackled to your old beliefs and your old past. Whatever it is, I thank you for listening. And whatever it is, I am hopeful you will share what you want to become in the next year. What do you want to learn? How can I help guide you? What can I create that you can come into my world and be like, oh yeah, this is my space. This is where I belong. These are the people that I want to surround myself with right now. So I showed up in second day hair, sun-kissed from the 90-degree sun, no makeup, but I'm loving the hell out of life, man. And that's my hope for you. What would it look like to love the hell out of life? Right now, what would that look like? So I thank you from the bottom of my heart for following me, for believing in me, for inspiring me to continue to create every week so that I didn't give up on myself. So that I, after 2 years, know that I did it the way I wanted to do it. And now we'll tweak and now we'll redefine, and who knows what's going to come next. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Find me on Facebook. Chiro is the Healing Touch Chiropractic. My personal page, Tiffany Johnson, the personal coaching, the Aligned Life, and Results Unleashed with a ton of free trainings. I'm diving headfirst into mentoring and coaching and programs and courses on how can you allow the journey of becoming to become you? Because it's an art. It's allowance is an art. And there's also action. So this journey of becoming is where I'm going. That's where I'm teaching. And whether that's your personal life, your personal health, your identities, whether it's your career, your passions, your marriage, your relationship with your parents, or relationships with your kids, whatever it is, that's what I'm creating. because it doesn't matter where you're at. It doesn't matter what you want to improve. The space that I'm setting out for people is that the journey of becoming is good enough. How can you get better at not just one thing in your life, but everything? How can everything be world-class in your life, not half-ass? That is what I'm creating for you. I can't wait to see what comes in the next few months. I love you guys.
Thank you for listening and following the Aligned Life podcast with Dr. Tiffany. If you love this and can think of anyone who needs to hear about it, would you mind sharing with them? Find me online at drtiffanyjohnson.com, where you can find out more about my memberships, courses, mentoring, and any upcoming events. To learn more about chiropractic for you and your family, go to htchiro.com and follow our social pages. I can't wait to connect with you soon, and until then, be you, be aligned.